Hello there, my friends. It's January 17th, 2017, and it's time for today's big story. There's a lot of excitement from Nintendo fans about the upcoming Switch, as well as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild releasing on Wii U and Switch. But what about the future of Switch? Is there going to be another Zelda game on the system? If we listen to Nintendo's developers, it seems like that is not out of the question. I'm going to be upfront about this right now. I don't know if you pronounce this guy's name Aonuma or Aonuma. I've been covering this kind of news for a long time now, and I've heard people at Nintendo say both versions. So I don't know which one to go with. I'll say Aonuma because that's the one I most recently heard, and it came from Reggie. So if he's wrong, then I guess I don't feel too bad about being wrong. But this is a portion of an IGN interview with Shigeru Miyamoto and Eiji Aonuma, and they're talking about the potential for another Legend of Zelda game on Switch. Mr. Aonuma says, "I haven't been able to fully use all the features of the Switch. There could be the possibility of another Zelda on Switch. It's always easy to top the best. I think the core element of Zelda gameplay kinda stays the same. There's the main character development as well as characters you meet along the way, and you learn new things as the character develops. With that said, I think we could keep all that, and then I do wonder how we can expand from here with that in mind." Then Mr. Miyamoto says, "Mr. Aonuma is the producer for Zelda. If we don't create another one, he's going to be out of a job. That should be his motivation for another one. As a company, Nintendo releases a main series in our key franchises for every new hardware that we've put out. If we release another hardware, that'll be another new Zelda." So a bit of a mixed message there, but it's certainly not out of the question. We don't even have Breath of the Wild in our hands yet, and we're already talking about the next Zelda. The Legend of Zelda series has been in a bit of a weird holding pattern when it comes to console releases. We had Twilight Princess on GameCube and Wii, so at the end of the GameCube life and the beginning of the Wii life. Then we had Skyward Sword, which came out right at the end of the Wii's life. And then we had Wii U, which had Wind Waker HD, but that doesn't count, just a remake. And it's getting Breath of the Wild right at the end of its life, as Switch is starting off with Breath of the Wild. So it'll be interesting to see how quickly Nintendo could turn around and make another new mainline entry for consoles in the Zelda series. McCrush over on Twitter says they can reuse the engine and graphic style for the next game. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. They did that with Majora's Mask. They reused Ocarina of Time's engine and created Majora's Mask, and it had a really quick turnaround on that. And from what we've seen, Breath of the Wild is really beautiful. I wouldn't mind if they reused the engine, but obviously you don't want the next Zelda game rushed, so as much as I hate to admit it, however long it takes them to create the next Zelda, I'll be willing to wait. Alright, my friends, that's today's big story for January 17th, 2017. Thanks for watching and subscribing and liking and sharing and all that good stuff. I very much appreciate it. I also appreciate the attention you're giving the latest Talking Points rebuttal video I did. Thank you very much for that, and please keep the comments civil. I'm trying to hop in there and discuss things with people, but if you're not going to be kind, then I'm not even going to bother to reply to your comment. But most of you, almost all of you, have been pretty fantastic so far, so thank you. I really do appreciate that. I'll be back tomorrow with whatever tomorrow's big story is, so until then, have a lovely night, have a lovely tomorrow, and I'll see you in a little while. Hey guys, RMC here from Go Nintendo. If you like what you saw in the video, why don't you give us a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe? We'd love to have you. If you want to see what else we're up to, you can check out GoNintendo.com for 24-hour Nintendo news. You can visit us on Facebook at Facebook.com/GoNintendo. You can check us out on Twitter at Twitter.com/GoNintendoTweet. And we're even over on Instagram at Instagram.com/GoNintendo. I put all the links in the description just to make it easier for you guys to follow. Thanks a lot.